Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving deep into the absolute trenches of Active Directory to tackle, hands down, your biggest security risk, overprivileged accounts. We are going to break down exactly how you, as an admin, can lock down the keys to the IT kingdom step by step. So let's get right into it. Because, look, what actually happens when those keys are stolen? Well, the reality of modern cybersecurity is that attackers rarely just hack in anymore, right? They log in. And that makes overprivileged domain accounts the single biggest security risk in your environment today. It's a total administrative nightmare. When a threat actor gets their hands on these credentials, they aren't just compromising a single machine. No way. They gain the ability to propagate laterally and literally take over your entire Active Directory forest.
So, here's our agenda for today. First, we'll map out the Active Directory attack surface. Second, we're securing those built-in administrator accounts. Third, we'll talk about managing high-privileged domain groups. Fourth, enforcing robust authentication controls. And finally, monitoring for signs of compromise.
All right, Section 1, the Active Directory attack surface.
So who are the primary targets here? Well, it's your permanently privileged accounts. We're talking about the big ones, enterprise admins, domain admins, and built-in administrators. But it also includes your VIP accounts and what our source material calls privilege-attached service accounts. These might not necessarily be domain admins themselves, but they hold high privileges across a ton of different servers. And here's the scary part. A compromise of just one of these allows an attacker to harvest credentials, spread across the network like wildfire, and take total control of your forest.
Moving on to Section 2, securing built-in administrator accounts. Your absolute first line of defense sits right inside the account properties. You absolutely must check the flag that says account is sensitive and cannot be delegated. It's just a simple checkbox, but it fundamentally prevents those credentials from being forwarded to other computers or services on the network, which basically stops delegation attacks cold.
Now, securing this built-in fallback account requires a really strict step-by-step protocol. Step 1, enable that cannot be delegated flag we just talked about. Step 2, require a smart card for interactive login. And Step 3, completely disable the account. Doing this ensures the account is entirely unusable unless some sort of major disaster recovery scenario forces you to explicitly go in and re-enable it.
And you know, there's actually a brilliant hidden feature to that second step. The exact moment you require a smart card, Windows automatically overwrites the account's underlying password. It replaces it with a completely random 120-character string. I mean, no human could ever guess or even memorize this password, so it ensures the account is secured by this incredibly long, complex value right behind the scenes.
Okay, Section 3, managing high-privileged domain groups.
So, the standard practice of having permanent members in high-privilege groups, that drastically increases your attack surface. You really should eliminate permanent membership in these groups entirely. Instead, you need to replace that frankly dangerous model with temporary role-based access. In a truly secure model, highly privileged groups have zero day-to-day members. Think about that. Privileges are granted only for the exact duration they're actively required for a specific task, and then bam, they're revoked immediately.
But we've got to go even further to physically restrict where these credentials can even be used. You need to explicitly configure your group policy objects to deny logon as a batch job, deny logon as a service, and deny access from the network for these groups across all standard member workstations.
Which brings us to a crucial point. This is basically the core philosophy of Active Directory security. A privileged account should never, ever log on to a standard workstation. Period. If a domain admin logs on to a regular user's desktop, just, fix a quick problem, their highly sensitive credentials can be cached right there in memory. They can be stolen by malware sitting on that less trusted host and then easily leveraged for lateral movement. It's just not worth the risk.
All right, Section 4, enforcing robust authentication controls.
This introduces the absolute critical need for secure administrative hosts. What are these? Well, they're highly locked down, dedicated computers used for absolutely nothing but identity management and directory administration. We're talking no checking email, no casual web browsing, just pure, isolated admin work.
Because these specific machines hold the actual keys to the castle, they have to be protected physically and logically to the exact same rigorous degree as your primary domain controllers. Blocking internet access and requiring separate administrative credentials to even log in, that isn't just a friendly suggestion, it's a hard, non-negotiable requirement.
Finally, Section 5, monitoring for signs of compromise.
I absolutely love this quote straight from our source material. Law number 5. Eternal vigilance is the price of security. It's so true, and it perfectly summarizes why solid event log monitoring isn't just some boring compliance checklist item. It is the absolute definitive way to catch unauthorized changes before a total forced compromise happens.
To actually turn that vigilance into a real strategy, you've got to aggressively capture and alert on detailed logs. If a disabled built-in administrator account suddenly wakes up, alarms should be going off everywhere. You need to instantly investigate VIP modifications, any changes to highly sensitive routing attributes on the User Account tab, like the SAM account name, or any unexpected additions to privileged groups.
So, this brings us to the ultimate question. Are your domain accounts truly secure, or are they just hiding under the digital doormat? I want this explainer to serve as your mandate to take a really hard look at your own Active Directory environment today. Ask yourself, are you truly enforcing least privilege and using secure admin roasts? Or are your domain admin credentials just sitting in memory right now, waiting to be exploited? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Now, go lock down your